Phoenix.us or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Phoenix Media Radio.
From Feature Story News in Washington, I'm Simon Marks. The single-shot COVID-19 vaccine produced by Johnson & Johnson could soon be injected into the arms of Americans after a new FDA analysis showed it's 86% effective against severe forms of the virus. The J&J jab could get emergency use authorization as soon as the weekend. Jeff Zients is President Biden's chief COVID-19 coordinator.
We anticipate allocating 3 to 4 million doses. We're working with the company to accelerate the pace and time frame by which they deliver the full 100 million doses, which is required by contract by the end of June.
And Mr. Zients announced the Biden administration will distribute more than 25 million face masks to low-income Americans next month. Also at the White House today, a new focus is being placed on America's supply chain crisis. President Biden signing an executive order instructing every government department to begin a 100-day review of items crucial to the economy that the country cannot get its hands on in sufficient quantities. White House economist Samira Fazili.
This problem was decades in the making. We can solve it by making smart investments that are long-term in nature, that reach families and workers in all of America.
AstraZeneca has said it will deliver all 180 million vaccine doses to the European Union in the second quarter of the year. That statement came after one EU official was reported to have claimed the company would fail to meet its targets between April and June. From FSN's Europe desk in Brussels, Lucy Hoff reports.
The European Union is currently lagging behind in the global vaccine race due to supply shortages from all 3 vaccines authorised for use. There was concern following reports from one EU official on Tuesday that AstraZeneca would only be able to deliver less than half of the 180 million doses pledged in the second quarter. That would have exacerbated the chronic shortages already in place across the EU 27.
The Democratic Republic of Congo has confirmed a 7th case of Ebola in the eastern province of North Kivu. From FSN's bureau in Kinshasa, Chris Ochamaringa reports.
The latest victim is the daughter of a woman who died of Ebola earlier this month. Officials say 4 patients have already died. The DRC government and the World Health Organization recently launched a vaccination campaign in Bartender town to prevent the spread of the disease. But local leaders say some people have rejected measures aimed at curbing its spread.
More than 23 tons of cocaine with a street value of billions of dollars has been seized by authorities in Belgium and Germany. The raids took place earlier this month, but they're only being disclosed now following the arrest of a 28-year-old man in the Netherlands. The drugs were found in shipping containers, wooden blocks and tins of acrylic paint. From bureaus worldwide, this is FSN.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets, and they all have one thing in common. Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a pet near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard, that's optional. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Okay, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. So mommy's gonna teach you how to dress yourself. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole or you have to start all over. Socks going first, then shoes, right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops, the rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. Visit 2min2x.org to find out more. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
How's it going?
I'm having a stroke.
Are you going to shake my hand?
I'm having a stroke.
Wow, you're not even moving your arm.
I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear. Look for FAST. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911 immediately. Know the sudden signs. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
The storks are bringing me a baby brother. We can do this together.
All right, let's go.
Storks know how to keep kids safe. Do you?
What?
Oh my gosh, you don't know.
I know.
You don't? Oh man, you laugh when you're uncomfortable.
No. Making sure your child is in the right car seat is one of the steps to safer travel.
I will rock this.
You will rock this.
To know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size, visit safercar.gov/the right seat.
Cool. Very cool.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
The following is a production of Fenix Media. The views expressed do not necessarily represent those of the company or its advertisers and may contain language that's unsuitable for younger listeners.
Out in Nevada near the silver mines, there's a kind-hearted woman. She's looking so fine, always taking care of her community. Bringing folks together is her cup of tea. She's out on the road and all over the web with a big smiling heart. It's About Town Deb.
And welcome to this week's episode of City Talk, and I am About Town Deb, Debbie McCarthy, your host. We are a production of FenixMedia.us. Christian, behind the scenes, thank you as always for being an amazing engineer. And if you want to get a hold of us, you can go to FenixMedia.us. You can always text me, 775-741-2596. And as you can see, I am not at home, zooming. I am at 1864 Tavern with Dylan Evans. Yes. And we are in Reno, Nevada, for those of you who are watching on the airwaves all over. And Cheree Boteler, yes, Hungary and Reno, and Carson, and Tahoe, and worldwide, we are going to rock it. Yes. We're going to be my town, your town, any town, food, wine, and travel. And we are just going to rock your world and show us how much fun you could have. But we couldn't do any of this without our amazing sponsors. Kurt Allure, I always say it wrong, Allure, right?
Allure,
I always say it wrong.
Yes.
But I love you, Kurt.
Help us with that, Kurt.
No, last week I had a lesson in it. I had to write it on the board. I don't have my board with me. Gratis Gives Processing and Kim Surratt Law Practice. Thank you. We also want to thank Caliber Hair and Makeup Salon. They make sure my hair is always the blonde and the braids. I want to thank Dee James. Go to ddjames.com for my theme song. I appreciate you, Dee James. We also want to thank you, Dylan, 1864.
Yay!
So we always have a beverage. So before we announce our winner for the World Bartender, today is the 24th of February. Let's just announce you a winner. Georgia, do we have a plaque for somebody?
Oh, I get a plaque?
Do we have a plaque for somebody? Because we also there we go. Take a peek at it. Photos, everybody.
Oh, photo op too, huh?
Yeah.
Who am I looking at first?
You're just looking right here first.
Well, everyone has cameras too.
I know. This is World Bartender Day.
Is it a photo or a video?
Well, you're live right now. So
then I don't need to post.
No, you don't.
No post.
No posting.
There we go. Just
we'll get photos later.
Okay.
We'll get photos later. Yes.
So Dylan was picked by his community and his peers and everybody in our community. So it's congratulations to Northern Nevada's 2021 National Bartenders Day winner, Dylan Evans from About Town Deb in Hungary and Reno. We congratulate
Thank you very much.
Yay! Well deserved.
It's very sweet.
Yes, and we also want to thank everybody who nominated, so many people. It was such a hard choice. But I wasn't allowed to vote, just so you know. I did not vote. I did nominate some, but I was not allowed to vote. But Cheree was able to vote in Jazzy, Georgia, and we had Matt, and we also had some other people who voted. So
should we go around and find out who everyone voted for?
No. But we want to. But we also want to congratulate our other two top 10 contenders. Mm-hmm. So Dylan Kelly with Legends, and Joe Faustig,
yeah,
right?
Faustig from Terrace.
From Peppermill.
Terrace Lounge. Yeah.
Terrace Lounge. Yes. So they were amazing, and they will have goodies they will get as well. We want to thank them as well.
Yes.
So what are we toasting with? We usually do a toast.
Yes,
so let's hold this up right here.
Yeah, we're doing Black Rabbit. We're lucky enough to have Will, the owner, here today. So he'll be coming and joining us
on segment 3. Yes,
but that's what we're drinking right now. I figured you guys do enough cocktails. Since we're a local bar, we might as well go and do some local goodies.
So tell us what this actually is.
So
if you're not familiar, well, we'll go more in depth with Will, but just give us a little bit.
So this is a mead. It's a honey-based it's not some liqueur, but it's a honey-based alcohol, much like a cider, but much better than cider, if you ask me.
Yeah.
So
It's light, very light and
crushable.
refreshing. In case this will be fabulous this summer.
Oh,
not that it's not bad on lovely spring days like this too,
it's
but
amazing now.
This is
outside.
something you could down quite a few of these without any
you
problem.
Can. So we are going to be sharing a lot about what is it like? Come on a little bit more over, Dylan. To be number one, to be a bartender, especially be in a local bar, which is so much more important. All that's a big deal to us, and especially because you continue to give back all the time.
Thank you.
So I'm not sure how many minutes we have. I think we have about 2. Let's just go ahead and go right into what I know you're asked this all the time.
Well, depends on what it is.
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying that what made you, or what was your first thought of when you wanted to do this and become a bartender and own your own place?
Well, that's a big question.
Well, just do part of it because we have a minute 50.
Geez, pressure. I think everyone at one point in their life who goes to a bar realizes that it might be kind of cool to be a bartender. I think everyone's had that fantasy of like, oh man, this looks really fun. And then you get to do it and you realize just how much work it really is. But it's a work of energy, and you really try to give yourself to the people who come in here. So, I mean, I was lucky enough to kind of fall into this, 8 years ago?
Yeah.
So it's been a fun ride since then. But I think everyone has that fantasy of being a bartender at one point in their lives.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I still do on some level.
Everyone always asks me.
Like,
come on,
cocktails, Tom Cruise.
Yeah, where's that Tom Cruise? Well, we got a little bit of a cruise here.
I do not look like Tom Cruise.
But you had mentioned that, for you, I think that, we said, hey, will you shake it up for us? But for you, it's really about talking to the people at the bar and getting to know them on a one-on-one.
Yeah, I think flair, not so much flair like flipping bottles and stuff like that. That's its own talent. But I think a lot of that is a young man's game. I'm at the age now to where bartending is a profession. Bartending is a lot of fun and I love it. But yeah, I'm more of a talk, sit down, tell you where to go in town. I mean, we've done plenty of cool things together.
So many things.
Yeah.
And the best part about it is I'm a whiskey drinker and I come in and I don't even, you know me.
Yep.
So I don't even have to say anything. You just say, I know I have a new whiskey.
Yeah.
It's whiskey
You want to
neat,
try it out.
which is what I want in a bartender, you know.
Well,
so,
we love that. But we're going to take a break. It's just the first break. The first break is always the fastest, but we come back. We have plenty more questions. And maybe you can mix us up something, or we're gonna have a whiskey. We come back, you're gonna give us a whiskey sample when we come
we have
back.
a bunch of stuff to go through. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back. City Talk with About Town Deb.
Okay, I smile.
I spend a lot of time in the backyard, and I'm the center of attention at summer barbecues. In '96, I made some of the tastiest s'mores. And in '09, it was me, your backyard fire pit, that accidentally started a wildfire when a summer breeze carried one of my embers into some dry brush.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com, brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
What if I told you that a tornado was going to happen tomorrow, right where you live? That it would touch down at exactly 3:17 p.m. and I told you the exact path it would take. You would of course prepare. You would talk with your loved ones and you'd make a plan today. It's true, I can't tell you a tornado will strike tomorrow, but shouldn't you have a plan anyway? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait, communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, Let's Do Lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
That'll be $73.11.
Do you have a charity that I can donate up to?
You just did.
But I didn't select any option.
It happened just by using your credit card. We recently changed our payment processing to Gratis Gives, who not only saves our company a ton of money on processing fees, but also donates a portion of every purchase to a participating local nonprofit.
Why doesn't every business do that?
If they switch to Gratis Gives like we did, they can.
Achieve real social change by contacting Gratis Gives at 855-464-7284 or online at gratisgives.com.
Now more than ever, family matters, and Surratt Law Practice has your family in mind. Kimberly Surratt and her team have been helping maintain healthy families through their holistic approach to adoption and surrogacy, child custody, estate planning, and more for over 13 years. Your family law concerns are in caring hands with Surratt Law. Schedule your private consultation with a compassionate Surratt Law Practice team member today by calling 775-636-8200 or visiting lawyersforfamilies.com. Surratt Law, where family matters.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us.
She's out on the road and all over the web with a big smiling heart. It's About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town, this is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back to the second segment of City Talk. I am About Town Deb, Debbie McCarthy, your host. We want you to interact, go on Facebook. I think we did have a question, but I think it was for Matt. I think one of Matt's friends wanted to know what his favorite drink is. So, Matt, what's your favorite drink?
Whiskey and Coke.
Whiskey and Coke. Is there a certain kind of whiskey? Well, whiskey. Well, we do have Will here, and he'll chat with us a little bit later about meat. So that was a good lead-in to let you know, don't go away. But Dylan right now it is a working bar tavern, so he is whipping up a drink for somebody. So we're gonna go ahead and just chat for a minute till he gets back.
Yes, we are.
So
well,
I
think we should just say really fast that he just gave us this delightful whiskey.
Okay,
Yes, I'm
tell
back,
us
sorry.
what we have. Tell us what we have.
So you guys are doing smoke wagons, small batch, straight whiskey out of Las Vegas. Local distillery. They're really sorry. I'm used to radio interviews. They're really starting to get a good foothold in the Northern Nevada region. They've been straight out of Vegas. As you can see, the bottle is, I don't know if you guys can really dig into like just how beautiful this bottle is, but you can find it at most liquor stores around town. Yeah, they're out of Vegas. The bottle is Nevada 100%. It drinks really, really well. I mean, smooth isn't it?
Oh, it's not.
Isn't a description.
Well, I don't know. I'm new at this, guys. I'm a rookie.
I try to be very careful about that because that's what I used to say
What
too.
would you say? What would you say for? I'm a rookie, so I would say smooth.
Well,
What would it be?
Well, I think smooth is you want to get past. Like when people say, "Oh, this is sweet." Well, what's sweet? Is it a honey sweet? Is there clove? You want to get past that first indicator of, "Oh man, this is bitter." Okay, well, what's bitter? Sorry. I'm trying to give you your COVID space.
Okay, I'm gonna back up. You go that way.
Yeah. You got to get past those first, like those simple words like smooth or easy. Well, what's making it easy?
Yeah.
What flavors are you picking up that's giving you that sweet sensation? So, but Smoke Wagon is very approachable. It's one of my favorites to drink behind the bar, but and smoke it, which is fantastic.
And local to us is Nevada, but also wherever you are, you have a favorite local. We want you to support your local. So let's go back to Dylan here. So again, congratulations.
Thank you again.
We're so excited.
I'm excited.
It just for us, this is our first year officially doing this together. We will be doing it every year, so stay tuned to nominate your favorite bartender.
So then I'll always be your first.
Yeah,
you will always be our first.
I have to say, Dylan might have been my first in this community, getting to know the local taverns. Annalisa and you, honestly, Annalisa, Nicole, and you were probably the first three that I was starting to before I went on my very first show.
Perfect. Yeah.
And Nevada Matters way back then.
Well, yeah, I think
it was.
That was a long time.
Yeah, it was like 8 or 9. Yeah, it was right towards the beginning.
Yeah, right when I started.
Yeah. So tell us, what was when you started bartending? Did you start as a barback?
Yeah, started as a barback.
So tell us what the journey is.
Okay, so we started about 8 years ago. I was a barback at Rise nightclub. Did that for about 2 year. I barbacked there for about 8 months, and then I finally got behind the bar for about a year before it closed. Did a stint at 5 Star for a little bit, and then was lucky to get a job at the Peppermill, helping run the cocktail program there with Lona Martinez.
Yes,
who's an incredible inspiration.
We love Lo.
Yeah, and so I was really blessed to work with her a little bit more and she helped develop my skills quite a bit. And then I, was lucky enough to work with Michael Moberly down at Whistle Fun on 4th. So I had these really great people that I got to work with that eventually led me into being, and even Sean, working here with Sean, and then coming into ownership and having a great partner like Sean.
I know.
Who's really mentored me on the business side of it, and then rolling that knowledge and that craft into, the new brewery, Record Street, where we have Jesse and Patrick, who are our founders and, president and CEO, and they're incredible guys to work with down there. So it's been a really fun journey to get where we're at now. And the great thing is that there's still a lot of growth in Reno. So there's a lot of opportunity to just kind of expand that range a little bit more. So I'm really excited to see what's happening.
We are too.
Yeah.
And it's fun. It's fun to see our city expand the way that it is and still have that local vibe of I still know you, you still know me. And when we bring new people in, it's exciting because they get to hear it kind of a story instead of just, oh, this is my bartender. We've been on this journey together and it's been fun. And
that's what's there's so much culture being created, and we all get to have kind of an input or a thumbprint, so to speak, on the direction that Reno's going. And as new venues come up and new people come into town, they get kind of indoctrinated into the culture and then help drive the culture that we're creating. So it's a really fun time to be a local or a newcomer to the Reno area.
So, you were talking about the culture and how it's grown.
Yep.
So 5 years ago, or even 8 years ago, did you see us, Reno, being where we are now? And where do you see us 5 years from now?
So 5 years ago, absolutely saw Reno driving in this direction. We've had some incredible cities that showed some love. Sacramento bartenders have been incredible. Vegas bartenders have been incredible. Even some San Francisco bartenders have come up and really helped out Reno as a whole. Reno has always been kind of the bastard of Vegas.
Yeah.
Sacramento's always been the bastard of San Francisco.
This is the truth.
It's true. Every time you get really, really notarized in Sacramento, you go down to San Francisco to make money.
Right.
Same with
That's
Reno,
true.
Vegas. But now people are staying in Reno and staying in Sacramento, seeing that, there's a place for me to put my
roots down.
Yeah, my roots down. And really establish myself as a force here. So again, we're really lucky. It's a great time to be in this industry with where we're at right now.
Yeah.
So
how about 5 years from now?
Yeah.
So 5 years from now, barring any major,
pandemics.
Even with this year of slow growth, you have 2 new districts popping up. The breweries in the brewery district, Black Rabbit, Record Street. Just name a couple. The Jesse, it's a brand new venue going on that is incredible.
It is incredible.
That district is amazing.
It's amazing.
Such a fun district.
And then the Neon district, so you have a lot more residential going.
So tell us about where's the Neon?
On the other side, the west side of Port.
The west side of Port.
The new west side.
Yeah, okay, that's okay.
Oh yeah. So here we are.
The west side of Port. So that is going
towards California.
Towards California.
Keystone.
Okay.
Downtown to Keystone is considered the west.
It's pretty quiet right now there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all construction. Again,
right, it's growing, but that is what's going to be the news.
Same with Brewery District. COVID kind of slowed things down. Even Record Street was slowly building back up to open, but now we're this close to being 50% capacity. We have the Alpine, which is going to be a beautiful banquet hall, concerts.
So excited.
Beer gardens.
Oh, I did not know.
Have you been by there?
I went to Record Street.
Yeah, so that you probably walked by the Alpine.
I did, but I didn't understand what the Alpine was.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Go ahead. Have you been to the Alpine?
I have.
I
haven't been there for a concert or anything. We just kind of chatted about it.
But the concerts aren't here yet.
Oh, no.
But when it happens,
space is going to be amazing for events. In fact, we should probably throw an event there.
Well, of course we will, because we love doing events. And we're going to give a shout out to Melissa, because we both love her, Melissa. And she loves events. So
Melissa,
we share Melissa, and we love Melissa.
She's
and really
wonderful.
And as we talk about the community as a team, I'm really blessed that we have an amazing team.
We do.
Thanks to Cheree she told me about Melissa, and I'm like, woo!
I had to share.
She shared.
I had to share that jewel.
But I wanted to kind of keep her a little bit to ourselves, because we have lots going on.
That's right.
And I know we're gonna rock it up. But it's about community, and I think that we're talking about the Record Street and all the different, even Wells. Even Wells is starting
Wells
to.
District,
And we don't want to leave out Sparks.
Yep.
Sparks is really trying to
Sparks is
grow
up
as
and
well.
coming.
They're up,
Victorian Avenue.
Absolutely.
they are up and coming too. So 5 years from now. So what's the summary of that before I go on?
Again, I think we tail back to just the growth you see. If everything hits where it's supposed to be, 50,000 new people here from California, Arizona, wherever they're coming from, I do see a lot of growth. Yeah, it's a lot, but I see a lot of growth happening. You know, for every one bar that's shut down, unfortunately, through all of this, I see 2 more popping up.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty. That's interesting to say that. To see
It
that
is.
for one closing, 2 are popping up.
Well, you know, I think that people are also seeing this as an opportunity to kind of like what Dylan said, where it's an opportunity. People are ready to go out. So as soon as it happens, I mean, we see it now, right? I've had some places say that they're busier in these months than they've ever been. Now they are still with restrictions, right? But they're still pretty busy. And so
I just shared that on air. There's my guy.
Well, there's that. So, I mean, I think that people are ready to support, and they, I think as soon as they're able to, they're going to come back. And look at Debbie. I'm trying to help her by like moving forward.
You got a fan?
By the way, Debbie's man just walked in.
Well, hello. Okay, let's go back. It's not about me. It is about Dylan. So we talked about 5 years from now. We know that. But I want to go back just a tad.
Okay.
So at what age did you sit back and go, or did you think you were going to be in this business? At what age did you know what you wanted to do? Because I know there's a lot of young adults out there
Well, I think it's important to find mentors. Reach out. Finding mentors. Oh, well, I could go through my list. I mean, Nicole at Chin Chin's, Nicole and Lisa. Nicole pushed me to enter every cocktail competition.
Yeah.
Put myself out there, be uncomfortable in the industry, try things that might not always work. And Elisa taught me a lot about just how to be kind and customer oriented and always striving to help. Lo taught me how to really refine my skills and make it marketable. You know, Sean helped me understand the business aspect, and even dealing with Jesse and Patrick at Record Street. You know, Jesse taught me how marketing and how putting fun ideas behind brands really elevate. And Patrick with this beautiful corporate side of things. So I mean, you really find your mentors where you can, but a lot of it was luck for me. Just asking, I asked, hey, will you show me? Hey, will you show me? Because a lot of people don't know that you want to learn until you tell them that you want to learn.
Right.
So always don't be afraid to put yourself out there,
That's a good
especially
one.
when trying to find a mentor.
That's a really good one.
Okay, well, it's that time again. So we are going to take another break, and we come back. We'll have Dylan. We want Dylan to stay a little longer. We have a few more questions, but then Will's going to join us, and I'm excited to see what's happening in his world. And maybe he'll give a shout out about his beautiful wife's world that we love so much as well, because we are family here. So follow us on Facebook. We'll be right back. It's About Town Deb with City Talk. See you after the break.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets, and they all have one thing in common. Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a pet near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard, that's optional. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Allison is perfect. I mean, she'd never tell you that. She's humble and perfect. She likes everyone. She even likes her untidy roommate's weird guinea pig. Allison, wait, are you texting and driving? Allison, no. That's the exact opposite of what I was just saying about you. Why, Allison? Why? Texting and driving makes good people look bad. Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
We are live outside the home of Joe and Rosie Goddard, where a pretty big tickle fight broke out just minutes ago. Sources say their father instigated the laughter. Let's go inside for a comment. Apparently, they have no comment. Dads, let this be a reminder that it only takes a moment to make a moment. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
That'll be $73.11.
Do you have a charity that I can donate up to?
You just did.
But I didn't select any option.
It happened just by using your credit card. We recently changed our payment processing to Gratis Gives, who not only saves our company a ton of money on processing fees, but also donates a portion of every purchase to a participating local nonprofit.
Why doesn't every business do that?
If they switch to Gratis Gives like we did, they can.
Achieve real social change by contacting Gratis Gives at 855-464-7284 or online at gratisgives.com.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
You're listening to Fenix Media, the future of broadcasting. Listen live at phoenixmedia.us.
You know that's what she said. Come on, let's have some fun with About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town, this is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back. We are on the third segment of City Talk with About Town Deb. I am your host, Debbie McCarthy. Dylan Evans, yes, welcome. 1864 Tavern in Reno, Nevada. Cheree Boteler, get over here.
Yes.
Reno. So I'm just gonna let you.
Well,
before
first
you
we
ask
have
a
a new
question,
drink.
what's our new drink?
Which is important to
So,
talk about. So
we are trying the Malt Rose from Record Street Brewing. It's our flagship beer. It's a beautiful label. I don't know how dialed in people can see. I'm squinting for no reason. So.
and we'll have photos. They'll
We'll
have
have
photos
photos.
on
Cool.
Hungry in Reno and About Town Deb.
Right. So what was
Some
this
Munich
be?
lager. Think of it's a very light, crushable summer beer. Drinks a lot like the traditional Oktoberfest. Think of Pilsner, think Scrimshaw, think some of those styles of beers when you're drinking the Malt Rose.
I like it.
It's my favorite beer that we produce. We have a killer Bach. Our amber is insane, but the Malt Rose is always my go-to.
So when you
I'm
say
drinking.
Bach, what is that? I
Bach
know what
is like
amber
a
is.
dark
I know.
lager.
Is it more like the?
It's
like
very. It's a lot more malty.
Malty.
People might compare it to kind of a Shiner Bock out of Texas. Some of the bigger brands that might carry some more name recognition, but ours is incredible. Travis, our head brewer down there, is super talented, and we're just blessed to have a great team down there.
Okay.
It's a
But
really
awesome.
fun
Back to the
state.
questions, huh?
Okay, Cheree's
All right,
got one for you.
so what has been your best moment this year so far? And when we say year, let's go back the last 6 months.
Oh man, I
12
think God, that's tough. There's a lot of through all the turmoil and all the difficulties. There's been so many blessings this year. I think finally getting Record Street open on some capacity, it's been a lot of fun. Watching 1864 kind of evolve and adapt and still come out relatively okay. I mean, there's some rebuilding that we have to do. Has been a huge moment. I don't know. It's hard to pick single moments when there's just a lot of blessings that have happened over the year to lead to where we are
It's
now.
nice to hear that. You know, it's interesting to see. You know, I don't know about any other cities because I only live here, right? But I know that this city, for instance, has really came together to support as much as possible. And like you say, we've had some really low lows, but we've had some really great highs too. We've had some really good, you know, aha moments and, you know, just collaborations and cocktails to go, for instance, and food to go, and being able to really be innovative in business. Especially in the food and drink industry, I think has been really, really, for lack of a better word, it's been a fun experience on that side of, hey, how do we figure out how to stay open and how to get, well, and for those of us that drink, the drinks that you have, how do we get those? Because we want that. We miss those experiences.
We want that, the conversations with you.
Well, well, not I mean, even with like going back to Black Rabbit. It really opened the door to be able to do, with 1864, being able to do some really interesting weed cocktails. And it was just this really out of necessity, this pivot for everybody to say, hey, how can we collaborate a little bit together?
Yeah.
So I think you saw a lot of interesting collaborations. Don't get me wrong, COVID is absolutely sucks.
It's horrible.
But
it's horrible.
There
Absolutely.
are some silver linings on some levels. You really want to get down to the nitty-gritty that came out of this year. So
yeah,
count
Record
your
Street
blessings.
had some Black Rabbit meats on their tap for quite a
Yeah,
while,
we did a cool
right?
program with
So
them.
that was fun, and
Bless the
I
partner with
mean,
them, so.
really, yeah. That's, I mean, it's hard, just like you said, but I think that's great.
Yeah.
You know, we're a great community, and I think coming together, I'm sure other communities have done that as well, but this is the only one I can talk about, and I think that we are lucky to have the community that we have.
Absolutely.
And, you know, for on your side, giving back to the community, giving back to, you know, thinking of ways to give back. I think we are so lucky that our food and drink establishments always are willing to give back in some way. But as nonprofits, we've also seen some of the nonprofits start to give back to the food and drink establishments, which is super exciting.
Speaking of that, there's one thing that we have not mentioned besides getting his plaque. Tell us what else 1864 Dylan gets as part of winning. This is about giving back. Thank you.
Participation fee waived for Reno Restaurant Week.
Oh, awesome.
So you were part of it last
Yes, we
year
were. That was a
and
lot
had
of
a delicious cocktail.
Good.
So you will be in this year again.
Awesome. Yeah, we were going to send I got your email. So I was
now it's
forwarding
free.
it.
Now it's free. I just need you to fill out the registration form, which we'll figure out later.
I'm
But
very awful at getting
yes,
to that.
I'm
I will
thrilled
get
to
it
do that. It's just
Thank you.
something that, I mean, you give back all the time.
Thank you.
It's great
We
to
try.
be able to give back to you, and we want you involved. So
Yeah, we
it
wanna
was
be
super
involved.
fun last year.
It was a good
and
time. I think everyone.
we're hoping for a good year.
It's going to
this
be a
year,
great
yeah.
year. It's going to be a
Good.
great year.
Well, thank you very much.
So,
oh my gosh, of course.
We're
of
excited.
course.
So tell us how, like, if you want to find you, your website, how do we get a hold of you? And then we're going to bring Will over.
Yes,
and we're going to have
bring
Will
Will
chat
over here.
with
Put
us.
him in the spotlight. He's an incredible man too. 1864 tavern.com.
Yes.
18 or recordstreetbrewing.com. You guys need my Instagram handle?
Oh, whatever you want to give us, we'll take.
You can find them on Instagram
Yeah.
and Facebook.
And Facebook.
Yes.
I'm not on Facebook. I'm not personally.
I know.
But
Ed, right?
But 1864 is, and Record
Yep,
Street
Record Street is.
Yep.
Yep, they're on Facebook, Instagram. I'm on Instagram. Look me up, I guess. I'm
Yeah.
awful at marketing myself.
That's okay. That's why we're here to
Yeah.
tell you thank you. But really, when you come into 1864 and Record Street, now that I've been there, you really do feel like you're home and it's fun and it's comfy. But 1864 Tavern is going back in history. Really quick, just give a summary of that, and then we're going to bring Will over.
Summary of
Like the vision, the tavern.
So,
People
yeah.
don't know that.
So
Yeah.
1864 is the year Nevada became
There we
state.
go.
So we tried to really pay homage to just the beautiful culture that is Nevada. We're definitely a corner bar. Everyone says hi. Everyone tries to know your name. We're blessed with an amazing staff here. Zach is here when I'm not. Everyone will love Zach. He should be on this just as much as I should. He's an incredibly
We
talented
can
guy.
pop in and wave.
He can come in.
Yeah.
He's here, so I'm saying it. If he wasn't, it'd be awful. No, but yeah, I mean that's the synopsis. Come in and check it out.
Excellent. Well, we appreciate you.
Thank
We
you
adore
guys so
you
much
and
for having me.
love you. And thank
Over.
you so much.
We're all vaccinated.
We're all
Yes,
vaccinated.
we are
We're good.
vaccinated.
It's another shot. Anyway, so thank you, Dylan. So
Thank
we're
you.
going to bring,
Thank you,
come on,
Dylan.
Will.
All right.
Come
And
on.
now it's Will.
Yeah, get right in the middle here. Get right in the
All
middle.
right.
So by the way, Will had no idea that he was going to be popping in here. And so if you looked at our post, it didn't say he was here, but we will edit that. So
Pleasant surprise.
we're happy to have you. So tell us about the Black Rabbit meat.
Yeah, here we got a bottle right up here.
So tell us, how did this come about? It's kind of new to town, not too new, but a few years. How long- I was
Yeah,
at the
I think we're
opening,
just
I
about a
think.
year and a half
Okay.
or so relatively young in the brewing industry.
So tell
particularly
us
here in
how
Reno.
it came about, a little bit about yourself.
Sure. So I met my business partner as a high school teacher, which is
Aw.
really important to our story as Black Rabbit Mead, because there was another high school teacher that we worked with that was one of the largest honey producers in the area. And this is years ago, but Christmas was around the corner, and he said, "Hey, I got a bunch of honey. Do you want to try to turn it into mead?" And I first asked, "What's mead?"
That's what I was going to say. What is mead?
So I quickly learned, and here we are, probably nearly a decade later, and it's such a huge part of my life. And so let's get to that question. What is mead?
What is mead?
Yeah,
What is
it's
mead?
one that we get quite often. So
Yeah.
mead is simply alcohol made from honey. Traditionally, it's made like a dessert wine, but we don't make it like that. We make ours with like a dry cider. So everything we do is about 7% alcohol. It's carbonated. There's just a
So
touch
it is
of sweetness.
alcohol.
Oh yeah, it's booze. Yeah,
It is
it'll get you
booze.
going at 7% with how smooth and delicious it drinks.
Oh,
it'll get you going
that's
real
trouble.
quick.
When I
Yeah.
said you could drink this all summer, you need to be careful.
But you mentioned the honey. So what does the honey have to do? Is honey the mead? What's the honey part?
Yeah. So alcohol in general is simply yeast gobbling up sugars of different sorts, whether it's grain or grape or honey, and then making alcohol out of it. So mead is just simply alcohol made from honey. We use all local honey, really good, high quality, delicious honey, but then we infuse it with different things. So for instance, the one you guys tried today is actually not this bottle. This is our cucumber mint. The one you guys tried is our blackberry rosemary.
I kind of wanted to try that one.
Yeah, this one.
This is delicious.
It is delicious.
It is really good. Yes.
Yeah. How'd you
This
guys
is not
enjoy
the
it?
cucumber.
Can you see that I've
it's the
already almost
rosemary
finished
black.
it?
That's cherry black.
This is
the one we
yummy. We love that.
And hey, speaking of partners, there's yours. Look at that
Ah.
handsome man.
Well, we
Oh,
gotta
your
tell-
business partner.
So
Not your.
yeah.
Not yet.
So tell us, where are you located in Reno, Nevada, for those of you watching on the internet, and how do we find you and that kind of stuff? I want to make sure we get all of that out.
So we're right across the street from Dylan's other bar. That's Record Street Brewing Company over in the what's being known as the Brewery District in East Reno. And it's a great area. We've got nearly 10 craft alcohol manufacturers within about 2 blocks of one another. So a fun place to be, particularly because of the neighborly feel.
Yes, we
And
like that.
hence why I'm here today. Not necessarily for this, but just come hang out with Dylan. Dylan runs our cocktail program at Black Rabbit. We actually make mead cocktails in collaboration with 1864. And to me, it's just a beautiful symbol of how COVID, in the midst of all the horrors of it, really did some wonderful things in bringing our community together. And so Dylan helps us with our mead cocktail program. And I think Dylan is just one of the most generous and knowledgeable and heartfelt people you'll ever meet. So if there's anything that celebrates community spirit, it's not just places like 1864, but in collaborations like Black Rabbit has with it, but it's people like Dylan that are really helping grow our community in a very positive direction.
So give one more, website?
We're at blackrabbitmeads.com.
Okay. And where else can we find your product? Is there another new place opening up that we can give a shout out to?
Yeah, so Reno has a lot of new places opening up, but there's some wonderful things. So my wife owns one of the owners of Wandering Wild.
Yes.
They're putting on they're helping with a large locals marketplace at the Ranchera in West Reno. Beautiful place. And they're also opening the Virgil, which is just the world's most gorgeous co-work and event place. So if you need to get some work done or get married, go talk to the ladies over at Wandering Wild.
Either way. So we got to Yeah, it's that time again. We're going to take our 4th and final break. We come back. We're going to first tell you thank you for just jumping in here, and we'll be right back. It's About Town Deb with City Talk, and we're going to talk to the Cheree. We'll be right back. Yay!
All right.
Wow!
Yeah.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Now more than ever, family matters, and Surratt Law Practice has your family in mind. Kimberly Surratt and her team have been helping maintain healthy families through their holistic approach to adoption and surrogacy, child custody, estate planning, and more for over 13 years. Your family law concerns are in caring hands with Surratt Law. Schedule your private consultation with a compassionate Surratt Law Practice team member today by calling 775-636-8200 or visiting lawyersforfamilies.com. Surratt Law, where family matters.
Okay, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. So mommy's gonna teach you how to dress yourself. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole or you have to start all over. Socks going first, then shoes, right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops, the rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. Visit 2min2x.org to find out more. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable. But how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
We are live outside the home of Joe and Rosie Goddard, where a pretty big tickle fight broke out just minutes ago. Sources say their father instigated the laughter. Let's go inside for a comment. Apparently, they have no comment. Dads, let this be a reminder that it only takes a moment to make a moment. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
How's it going?
I'm having a stroke.
Are you going to shake my hand?
I'm having a stroke.
Wow, you're not even moving your arm.
I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear. Look for FAST. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911 immediately. Know the sudden signs. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media, the future of broadcasting. Explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us.
Ready to help from her toes to her head. Just give her a shout. Call About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town, this is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now, back to the show.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to the fourth and final segment. Apparently, I was making some gestures. Excuse them. I was just amazing my co-host. Dylan.
Hi.
Dylan, what are we drinking now? What are we drinking here?
Non-awkward segue for me.
none.
So the clear one is Tentor. Which is a neighbor right down the street from us, a few blocks away, but still an amazing local distillery. If I had more Frey Ranch, if people hadn't drank all of it, I would have.
I might have drank some of that.
But we went through it way too quickly. And then we're doing Farino Distillery on 4th Street. It's 3 blocks down the street from us at Record Street. This is their cinnamon cordial.
Ooh,
think of if you were if you graduated from college and didn't want to drink Fireball anymore, but you wanted something a little bit more refined and a little bit more delicate. It's a beautiful cinnamon. Yeah, it goes great in a margarita. It goes great on the rocks.
It's very tasty in coffee.
Yes, great in coffee.
I like it.
Really mixes well.
Yeah.
And we're lucky to have them again just a few blocks down from Record Street.
And, and we want you to stay tuned because we're going to be doing a blog on About Town Deb. I went down and saw Annalisa at Tentor, and she's creating a drink for me.
Don't look at
me. And
like
it's going to be good. I'm just sharing the fact that I want one from you. Anyway, so we're just excited to be, we're just happy to be able to promote as many local restaurants, pubs, bars, wineries that we can, because we know people right now are missing that community and they
100%.
Want to get together and chat and get to know each other, and that's what you provide here. So again, we thank you for that.
My pleasure.
And thank you for bringing us 2 more samples.
Well, and let's talk about real quick before you leave again. What are your? Obviously, we're following our structure, but are you taking reservations? What's your vibe here?
The governor has opened it up. It's first come, first serve.
Perfect. Love it.
We try to accommodate as many as we can. But yeah, it's first come, first serve. The governor, even at Record Street, it's first come, first serve. No reservations. But yeah, I mean, we have a lot of large format seating, as you guys can see. It's really well spaced out. So we encourage groups, dates, trivia nights on Wednesday. I'm going to do that in a little bit.
Is that starting up again?
Yeah, we started 4 weeks ago.
Okay.
So we're starting to get busier and busier. Yeah, it's been fun.
Good.
We're having a
Oh
good
my
time.
gosh, this is such good news because it's just so time for us to
Yeah.
get that vaccine going out and get people ready to get out again.
Yep.
I know, we love it.
Well, good. I'm going to let you guys
Okay,
do the
thank
rest
you
of your show
again.
without me.
Okay.
Thank you guys.
Woo! We got
All
the
right.
girls now. You got the girls.
We do.
Got the girls. It's, anyway. I don't know what's happening with me.
I'm pretty sure it has to do with the fact that Debbie's man is here. I'm not really sure, but we're gonna go with that.
We are. This is like this. It is what it is here, right? We're real, authentic. But Reno Restaurant Week. But before I do that, Grandma B and Aunt Glenda, I always give you a shout out. I love you. I thank you. Thank you for our morning calls. And Aunt Glenda, oh, by the way, thank you for my birthday present. So yesterday was my birthday.
It was your birthday yesterday.
So I got to say thank you for the over almost 500 messages. Yes. And I'm getting to as many as I can. I will give a personal thank you. So I'm hoping to everyone. So if I missed, I'm sorry. But I love y'all and I'm really grateful. But speaking of being grateful, Reno Restaurant Week. This is a big deal.
We're doing it again this year, so I'm excited.
Tell us about it.
I'm excited. So,
this is yours.
Gosh, you know, I don't know. It's
if you're not from here, they don't know. Tell us how it came about.
So, you know, what happened was, well, I mean, for long story short, is what I'm going to try to do is that, I have a brand that's called Hungry in Reno that we talk about. And Hungry in Reno was built upon the idea of supporting our local food and drink establishments by promoting them, by talking about them, by sharing their food, their drinks, talking about the people, really helping people understand that, especially here in Reno, and of course in all other communities, and I would love to hear about other communities too. Let's hear about
it. If you're listening, tell us your favorite restaurants.
I really would. I'd love to hear about what your community is doing to support local food and drink establishments. I'd love to hear about that. Because like I said, I only live here in Reno, but it was important for us to really build, you know, that community around our food and drink community. And so what better way than to have a restaurant week?
Yes.
Now, I decided to model it after other big city restaurant weeks where it was really about having menus from the restaurants, and you would go in and you'd have this great experience, and hopefully you'd go back and you'd get to learn about people. And so last year was the first year that we did it.
You rocked it.
During COVID.
You rocked it.
It was one of the only events that we had, so I feel like that was probably one of the reasons why it was so great. But it was a fun event. We had over 60 establishments that were involved, and you know, they did takeout, they did, you know, all the COVID restrictions. Even with that, we were able to really have a successful event. And we're bringing it back this year. So the difference this year will be that the food and drink establishments are highly encouraged to do something exclusive for the week.
Okay.
So like, for instance, last year, Dylan here at 1864 created a cocktail that was only available for that week.
I remember.
It gave everyone the kind of drive to get into those locations and try something brand new, because it's going to go away and you're never going to be able to get it again. So now we did have a few of the places put it on their regular menu afterwards because it was so popular. Rolled Ice Cream did theirs. They put their ice cream on the regular menu. And so that might happen, but we can't guarantee it. So get out there and try the different things. We've got some great sponsors of the event, and that is Sierra Meat and Seafood is a platinum sponsor. The Row, Eldorado, Circus Silver Legacy is a gold sponsor, as well as Bergen Company CPA, and
my CPA,
Reno Tahoe Limo.
Oh, my limo.
Yes,
I love these are all my favorite people.
Yeah, they're all wonderful, huge supporters of the community.
But isn't that what is so cool about all of this? Is that we truly, when you say the names of the business owners, we actually know them.
Yeah.
We love them.
Yeah.
They're out there.
They really are. And these are the businesses that, you know, I love to market as well. So it's really fun when they come on as sponsors and I'm able to really share even more of the greatness of these locations. And so it's really fun for me to do that. And then we have several promotional partners, which of course About Town Deb is one of them.
Thank you.
And you know, we're just really working with all of the different districts and making sure that they're involved. And we have sponsorships still available. So if anyone wants to sponsor, if you are a local food and drink establishment, you can participate. That's, you know, a great way to, you know, get your location out there and do something new.
Website and all that.
Website is RenoRestaurantWeek.com.
Pretty simple.
RenoRestaurantWeek.com.
What is your, because you have your own website.
And we have Hungry in Reno.
Yes.
HungryInReno.com is my main website, and then Reno Restaurant Week is housed on that website.
So if you can't remember anything, Hungry in
Reno.
Reno. You can't
Yes.
like, y'all love Reno. We all want to
Yes.
eat good. Hungry in Reno.
That's it.
And I will have it on my pages and that too. But I want to make sure, but we also want to give some shout outs of what's happened. Northern Nevada Children's Cancer Foundation had their big go for the gold. They hit, when it was doubled,
So great.
they surpassed the $1 million mark.
So awesome.
Thanks to the William N. Pennington Foundation. And I got to give a shout out to my community because my goal as About Town Deb with all of our partners was $5,000. $6,750. Yes. So that'll be double. So I'm like, woo, I'm really excited.
So exciting.
So their next event they have, because I don't want to run out of time, is Shade for the Brave.
Okay.
And that is on March 11th. It's virtual. So go to Northern Nevada Children's Cancer Foundation or go to Facebook, Shade for the Brave, and we'll be sharing it. We may even be shaving Matt's head on one of my shows. Yes. Well, we may have intern and intern, like one shaving the other's head. I'm not going to tell you who's doing what. Also, we Weird Reno event. We talked about that last time, and that is going to be March 20th. Go to About Town Deb. It's minimum. There's like 20 people get to go. We have 9 spots. You're going to get to hang out with our team, and I'm hoping that you go with our team. And you're going to get to walk downtown, learn about history. It's going to be amazing, and there's going to be lots of magic involved. So it's going to be cool. So that's something. And Friday mornings is Good Day Nevada. I have my segment on that. So lots happening, but any last minute things you need to say, because we have a little bit of time. I mean, I'd first thank you, number one.
I love being on the show with you. It's so much fun.
We have so many plans that we want to do, and now that things are opening back up. But look forward to seeing us at like your favorite places. We love local. It's really about local. Anything local, but not just Reno, Sparks, Carson, Tahoe. We really want you out there. Please highlight your local. Tell us where you're at.
Tell us why we should go there.
Why we should go visit your town.
I mean, we'd love to.
We'd love to.
I mean, as soon as we open up, we're ready.
We are
We're
there.
ready to
We will,
do that.
my town, your town, any town. We will connect with you. But and if there's any things you would like us to cover or restaurants, please let us know. But it really is about community, and we really and Cheree, I gotta say, Cheree's worked her little tail off to make all of this happen with the Reno Restaurant Week, with Feed Hungry in Reno. And she has many other organizations. You have your nonprofit is now official. So do that as well.
Yes.
Vegas. Oh, so next week. Yes, next week. Oh, Jazzy, George, and I will be in Vegas, live in Vegas. Oh my God, I need 2 hamburgers.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be so
we are going to
fun.
be at Caesars. We're going to be talking with Reno Behavioral Hospital, Kim Surratt. It's also, I think it's the Happy Day or something like that. But it's really important to us that we I know we always have fun and we're perky, but during this time, a lot of people aren't as perky as we are right now, and we do want to acknowledge that. We want you to know that we're here for you no matter what.
Mental health is
Mental
something
health
that we
is